Good morning, you self-storage rock stars. So I haven't done an episode for, I think it's been a week. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And the reason being is I've been, not quite 2 weeks, I don't know. Two reasons anyway. Number one reason is I went away to Devon and Cornwall in the caravan, and I was there for like 11 days. And so that's where I've been. The second reason is that I recorded like 6 episodes, so you could have an episode every single Wednesday and every single Friday. And they didn't record. They didn't record. I was absolutely mortified when Jojo, my awesome VA, emailed me saying, "Dean, I'm really sorry, but there's no audio." I'm like, "Oh no!" It's been like, it must have been all morning recording and getting the content ready, and I just couldn't and didn't have the time, and I couldn't bring myself to record it again. But even if I did bring myself to record, I didn't have time to. So anyway, I'm back from holiday. It is Monday morning and I'm going away to Crete on Thursday. However, what I will do is I will pre-record loads of episodes. So you've got loads of Mr. Self-Storage every single week. So then you don't miss me. Right. So what's been happening? What's been occurring? Hopefully you know, because you're in my newsletter, mrselfstorage.com. If you're not, it's a daily newsletter, Mondays to Friday, when I give you a self-storage tip every single day or business tip. And then I tell you all my numbers, give you all my numbers. So hopefully you've been following along with me and how we've been doing. Right. Let's have a look then. You'd think, wouldn't you? You would think that I'd have everything up and ready just to read to you, but I don't. And so I'm just searching through yesterday's email weekly figures. Here we go. Oh, no, that's a weekly review. Willoughby figures, right? So let's go with Willoughby first of all. Amount of quotes. There was 38 quotes last week for Willoughby. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't, I think actually, it was good. 38 quotes is good. We did 13 reservations. So that is a conversion rate from quotes to reservations of 34%. Now that is top notch, my friends. Really, really good. Number of move-ins, we did 15. So the conversion rate from quotes to move-ins is 39%. Holy mother of God. That is amazing. A round of applause for the team. Awesome work. So how much square foot did we move in? We moved in 1,365. The most important thing is how much square foot did we move out? 865. So that means we was 500 square foot exactly up last week. So way to go, Team Willoughby. Awesome stuff. What else? Oh, the Luton van was rented out 6 times as well. So amount of rooms moved in was 16. Amount of rooms moved out was 12. Total internal rooms occupied was 352. Is 352. Containers in 2. Containers out 1. 47 containers occupied. Store occupancy is 79.99%. God damn it, I'm going to say 80%. 80%. Oh, this. I have not seen this one. Weekly merchandise sales, £10.28 per move-in. So not very good there. We aim for 25 quid. But between me and you, it's not that high up on my priorities. It don't really matter. But don't tell the team that, because I still want them to sell boxes. Amount of insurance sold this week, 108,000. So that means we are averaging per new move-in £7,200. So that's not too bad. This is a bit that's worrying. Although we did loads of reservations, we're only due in 5 move-ins this week for 400 square foot. We're due out 8 move-outs for 785. So I still think it's going to be a plus week this week. Right, what else can I tell you on here? I'll tell you what, let's go straight to Clough Road before we do the revenue sheet. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's go to Clough Road. If I'm honest, Clough Road is the site that's probably causing me most worry at the minute. We had 36 quotes at Clough Road last week, but only 8 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 22%. And that's a lot higher than it has been. But if we look, I think we averaging like 17% in July, which is crazy. So what is the reason? They're both the same. Well, Clough Road is cheaper. Clough Road looks nicer. Clough Road has no key technology. Clough Road should be the choice. Should be the choice, people. But for whatever reason, obviously location is different. It's on the main road as well. And maybe it's because it's a lot more competitive on there. There's shit ton of self-storage container sites, indoor sites, hybrid sites. So there's a lot of competition around there. So maybe that's the reason. So we hit 8 reservations last week. We hit 8 move-ins last week. And that's both of them a 22% conversion rate, which is below where we want to be. It's an improvement, but it's still below where we want to be. We moved in 815 square foot last week and moved out 410. So we gained, come on, you mathematical geniuses, 405 square foot last week, which is pretty good. Amount of insurance sold is £46,000 last week. So that's an average of £5,750 per unit. Now, here's something that's worrying. Amount of move-ins due next week is 4 for 175 square foot, and we're due to move out 6 for 450 square foot. So not great. Store occupancy at the minute is 69.61. MRR, monthly recurring revenue, is 31,717, and the price per square foot is continue to increase. It's £24.49. So there's some good stuff about Clough Road, but there's also some things that we are concerned about, namely the reservations and move-ins conversions. That's just stuttering at the minute. We always seem to stutter. We stuttered around the 60% occupancy, and now we're stuttering around the 70% occupancy. So hopefully we'll get to that 70%, 80% occupancy, 80% occupancy, not 70%, because that's where we are right now. Right. Wrexham, the quotes are going up. We're starting to be seen on Google now, which is really, really good, really positive. However, the conversion rates suck. But I'm not too bothered. Well, I am bothered, but I know it'll come. So the amount of quotes, 16 quotes. We had 2 reservations out of 16 quotes, which isn't good at all. That's a 12% conversion rate. So not great, but I know it'll come. We're filling the pipelines full of quotes, and I know it'll come. I just know it. The great thing is here at Wrexham is the churn rate, because it's a mature site, is very low. We moved out last week 25 square foot. We moved in 100 square foot. So we're up 75 square foot. So the churn rate is very, very low at Wrexham, which means that we're going to build on this occupancy. We're going to build and build and build, because the quotes are coming in. And once you get high occupancy, you can start turning the revenue management key, and we can start churning the revenue up. What else can I tell you? Move outs due next week. We've got 1 for 25 square foot. We've got no square foot to move in next week. A total amount of insurance sold. We only... so we had 100 square foot moved in, but seems like they didn't take insurance, which is funny. I'll have to check that out. So that's Wrexham. Let's have a look at Beverley. Beverley, we're back to 90% occupied, which is pretty good. In this next week, people often ask me about this podcast. Why do I do this podcast? And it's simple. I'm on a mission to make sure that every operator there out there is an educated operator, not an uneducated operator. Am I scared of educated operators coming into my territory? No, because they will only come in if there's a demand. If there's not a demand, they will not come in. They know that. They understand that. You know that, and you understand it. However, uneducated competitors don't. We've got somebody coming into Beverley, actually a friend of mine. He's opening up, and I go into this in detail in my newsletter. One day this week, we'll be talking about it, maybe Wednesday. And he's not an uneducated operator. Sorry if you're listening to this, buddy, but you're not. Actually, I don't think you'll listen to this anyway, but even if you do, it's nothing that I wouldn't say face to face anyway. And basically, he's coming in to Beverley, which, by the way, there's already 4 self-storage sites, and it's only a small town. So is it saturated? Probably. Is there an argument to be said because we're 90% full? I don't know. I think there's better opportunities elsewhere, but it is what it is. It's only a small site, but I do think it's saturated. But that's not the problem. I'm not bothered if he comes in, but my problem is that uneducated operators drive down the price. They drive down the price. So my price for a container with insurance, minimum insurance, is like £67 a week. What is he charging? Go on, guess. Guess. And by the way, I get you've got to lease up. I get you've got to be competitive, but you don't blow the market up like this, you numpty. £25. £25. And I'm charging 67. Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? That's why I'm on a mission to educate all the self-storage operators out there, because it's crazy hacks like this that just, it's scary, isn't it? It's scary because it's a race to the bottom. Will I end up reducing my prices? I'm going to try not to. But could it fundamentally affect me later? Maybe. £25. What are you doing, man? Yes, I know you want to lease up quickly, but look around at everybody else is charging. Crazy. Anyway, so that is why I do this podcast, because, well, I love it as well, but I want to educate people. And we don't have to be scared. We shouldn't be scared of educated competition. It's the uneducated, uninformed competition that we should be petrified of, absolutely petrified of, because they just come in and blow up the whole market. Anyway, so Beverly, 90% occupied. We got 9 quotes last week. We didn't have any reservations, which is slightly worrying. We had 3 move-ins. So that's a conversion rate of 33%, quotes to move-ins. We moved in 285 square foot. We moved out none, so we plus 285. So we're now, we're now 90.02% occupied, which is pretty goddamn good. Anything above 90%, I'm over the moon with for Beverly. So yeah, over the moon. Even though we didn't do any reservations last week, it's still okay. We sold £23,000 worth of insurance, which is an average of 7,666 quid per move-in. Right, let's have a look at these other things. So across the Stormore sites, we did 23 reservations, and we, how many people? Let's have a look. I'll go into my Mr. Self-Storage, have a look at the newsletter I sent out. I'm trying to find you the actual conversion rates. So we had 705 visitors to our website, which is massive, absolutely huge. So it's a 3% conversion rate from website visitors to reservations. So I want to be 5%, but don't forget that I do think, because of me in the industry, Stormore does get more visitors than it would do if I didn't have the newsletter and the podcast. I think that people are looking at it because they want to take a nosy, and that's absolutely fine, but it just distorts my figures a little bit. So yeah, there's that. Let's have a look. We did 26 move-ins overall as well, so that's pretty goddamn good. What else can I tell you guys? I know I can tell you about money taken. That's a big one. Excuse me, and I've got to go because I've got to get a haircut, and I've got to get down there. Right. We took in total £28,194.65. Wrexham, we took 1,537. Clough Road, we took 6,102. Beverley, we took 3,933. And at Willoughby, we took £16,620. So, yeah, there's our income last week. Right, my friends, I will have another episode for you on Wednesday and Friday. And I don't know if I'm going to get around to doing this on next Monday, because when I'm on holiday, I feel like that... excuse me, I need to be a bit more present and not be worried about, no, do you know what? I'm not going to do one next Monday, but I'll pre-record this Wednesday, this Friday, next Wednesday, and next Friday. And so we've got at least 2 episodes next week coming out, and we'll have 3 episodes this week. And so I'll take a break when I'm away and not worry about doing a podcast episode on a Monday morning, trying to find a quiet space in the hotel and stuff like that. I'll just enjoy my holiday in Crete. Can't wait. All right, my friends. I will speak to you on... wrong button. I'm trying to press pause. I will speak to you on Wednesday. All right, I love you. I appreciate you. And next time you see me, I'll have a haircut and get rid of this grey. Well, I'm not dyeing it, but hopefully it'll be short so you can't see it. Right, I love you. And if you're listening to the podcast, you have no idea what I'm going on about. Right, love you. Appreciate you. See you soon, kiddos.